Today we're looking at Roland's flagship piano. It's the LX708, a fantastic digital piano that really has some unique, amazing, incredible features. We're excited to play it and hear it, and we're going to talk about what makes the LX series from Roland one of the best available pianos and digital pianos on the market. So stick around, we're going to have a lot of fun with the LX708.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. Make sure to check out our new website, alamopianogalleries.com. We have 9 stores around the country. We'd love to see you at one of them. Come in, say hi, see some of our inventory, play some pianos, talk to some really nice people. Again, please subscribe to this channel. We really enjoy making content for you guys. And we love to be at the top of your inbox when you log on to YouTube. We like to show you guys all things new piano. So make sure you're subscribed if you haven't. Today we are looking at a very cool product. It's the LX708 from Roland. And so the LX series is it literally stands for luxury. It's their premium, their most upgraded product. But before we jump right into it, we are going to talk about a piano fact that we thought was fitting for today. So cabinetry. So a lot of times people, it's a very design element that people think about. Oh, what does it look like? Does it have carved leg? Like when you're thinking about an upright specifically, does it have wood carving? Is it a high polished ebony? Is it a big tall piano? Does it have the music desk that comes out? But talk to me about cabinetry of an acoustic piano or a digital piano.
Well, I'll start off with acoustic pianos. And what's really kind of fascinating about cabinetry is some of the first piano makers were furniture makers and cabinet makers. Mm-hmm. And the idea was that, and it started here in this country too, in the mid-19th centuries, that there were in Chicago, there was a piano manufacturer, a number of them, that would build soundboards with the bridges, and they're strung up, and so you would get the soundboard
and the harp and all that, yeah.
And the harp, but no back posts, and then you would get the action. It's kind of like a piano at IKEA, mm-hmm. And you would buy 10 or 15 of those, and so
export it to Texas or export it to Iowa.
Export it someplace. The one that I had as a teenager growing up was an old saloon piano that was manufactured, or actually it was manufactured, the piano components in Chicago. But the case and the entire piano was assembled and put together in Mobile, Alabama.
Okay.
And
So by train they would load up?
They would load up all these things. So you would get a bunch of pianos, but there's no legs, there's no box,
yeah.
There's no back post, there's nothing like that. So each local manufacturer would make the piano look like something that the locals would like. Mm-hmm. And whether they would put some kind of embossed image on top of it, or a deer head or a duck or something like that, or mirrors. A lot of those mirror pianos were made like that. But after a while, they started realizing that the cabinetry, some of the woods were too heavy, and it was really boxing up a lot of the sound. Meanwhile, guitar makers were working on trying to reduce the amount of wood that went into a guitar so that they were mostly dealing with a resonating instrument. And then as production got more specialized, and over the years, the idea is that a perfect cabinet can make or break the sound of a piano. So you have to work in conjunction with the materials and to get a cabinet so that it responds to the sound and it projects it properly. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that we talk about this today for a piano fact. When we're dealing with Roland's flagship luxury piano, it is an upright format, but they went through special conditions on this to make sure that the box resonates, and the speaker placement is not necessarily just in everybody's face. Mm-hmm. It's placed so that the whole piano resonates like a real acoustic instrument.
Yeah,
it uses the box as a resonator.
On a lot of premium digital pianos for years, it was just have the bass speakers pointing down and have the treble speakers up at the top, and just fill it with ampage. Just get it loud as you can with it not sounding bad. And it's interesting when you look at this model. It's an 8 speaker system, so it's filled out. It's on the sides, it's in the top, it's down here, and so they filled up the box. And it's not a crazy amount of wattage. I think overall it's around 60 watts of playing power, but the way that it's diffused between 220 watts, and then there's 4 6 watts, and there's 2 5 watts, and so it kind of disperses how the sound is being played, and it really makes the piano vibrate and feel like it's an acoustic instrument.
And then they also have the key haptic vibration feature on this model, which means that the keys, vibrate the way that
there's haptic feedback on it
on a real piano. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that with in conjunction with that cabinet, the design that Roland did is, I think they really went in and other piano manufacturers are working towards is getting a more acoustic sounding thing. But what Roland's really done with this, I think they've hit it out of the park. And it's not just because the speaker system. I think the speaker system was an immediate thought after they designed the concept of this acoustic piano is going to have limitless polyphony like a real acoustic piano, even though this one is digital.
Yeah.
Okay, so the idea is that needs to be a digital piano that's going to be inside a true matched acoustic box for it, and using digital components like speakers and stuff instead of just like a soundboard.
It's a much more robust box when you look at the competition. You look at Yamaha's top of their line CLP series, the 785. When you look at Kawai's CA99 or even their NV5.
This takes the cake.
They're not. The boxes are nowhere near as big or as deep. It doesn't. This to the casual eye will look like an acoustic piano immediately. Whereas those they're a little bit smaller. They look like spinets.
Right.
And yeah, it's a 46.5-inch cabinet. So a console size instrument, and really just. It responds, like you said, that limitless polyphony is really one of the big differentiators with Roland. We haven't even talked about it, but Roland's whole MO is we don't have a sampled piano in our instrument. And so a lot of digital pianos, almost all of them,
have samples.
They have samples. So what does that mean? They went and they actually recorded a 9-foot concert grand, whether it was Yamaha or Kawai or a Steinway. They went and actually mic'd it up. Took measurements of every note or took recordings of every note in different capacities, different volumes, and they have all that memory saved up. And they give you on premium pianos they give you 256 note polyphony, which is a lot of polyphony. It's kind of industry standard for a high-end digital piano, but that means at once 256 samples can be firing off at once before you get drop off. If the speakers are left and right, which all digital pianos are going to have a left and right system. It's really half the 256, and so there, you can do about 128 notes before you get drop off. On this one, there is no sampling. They never took a sampled piano. What they did is they built a full modeled instrument that is, accounting for your string, your note depth when you hit it, what the hammers would have done, what the string would have sounded like, and it's all done on an algorithm. It's not done through
recordings.
So it's just a really cool feature that's exclusive to Roland and digital in like the upright digital piano line.
That, and they also have their top of the line piano action in this one.
The PHA 100.
The PHA 100, which has the wood support on the sides, and they also have the more detailed damper pedal, which gives you a gradual use of the damper pedal. And I use that on. I use it all the time when I play, but it really shows up, and you can hear the difference on the samples that I played on the acoustic piano.
Yeah, so those, some exclusive ones, the LX708, again, the haptic keys, the vibrating keys are going to be exclusive to this. The PHA 100 is on this and on the 706. The 8-way speaker system is only on this. The pedaling, the upgraded pedaling is only going to be on the 708. The bigger case design only on the 708. So a couple exclusive things. The pure acoustic modeling that we were talking about, that limitless polyphony, is called Pure Acoustic, and that is going to be on all their LX series instruments. And so let's take a listen to that, to the Pure Acoustic, not sample modeling, and we'll take a listen to it. We're going to run it directly out of here, so you guys won't hear the vibrating box, but we'll talk about kind of what that means from a player's perspective and what you actually feel from the instrument. But let's take a listen to it. We'll listen to some of the voicings as well.
Well, you can tell, Patrick, I've said it before, and I will definitely say it with this piano. The better the response of the keyboard, the way it feels, the reaction, and the expression with either the sample, in this case, the modeling sound, the more realer that becomes, the more inspiring the instrument gets, and the better you're going to play, the better you're going to like it, and the more expression and emotion you're going to get out of your own playing. The acoustic sounds on this thing are just wonderful, and it's a great instrument just in and of the acoustic piano sounds itself.
Well, and we've done recordings in this room a lot because of the videos, and how uninspiring is it when we have to use the headphone jack out to run through an amplifier? And so, so having...
It's hard to get into your demo and to feel like you're inventing something or improvising something good, and it sounds like it's coming out of a little box.
And so hearing something that's responding like this, that it gives you the feel, again, that, even the pedal, like
total immersion. It's like learning a language. You're in the language of a true unlimited polyphony acoustic-like instrument. It's no other way to say it.
So Roland is a very popular manufacturer for school districts. A lot of labs will use either their HP line or their LX line for different labs. The teacher units are usually going to be an LX. But we were always curious about why that was, and we had seen and heard from Roland, hey, we have a 10-year warranty on our instruments. And so that's a huge deal.
Not just that, it's parts and labor, but it gets better than that. In-home or on-site servicing.
So really kind of just taking care, they're like, we have less than a percentage of any issues with our products. So we're gonna make a statement and say 10-year warranty, our products do not break. If they do, if there's any issues, we cover it.
We send a guy.
And so that's a really cool value proposition. Again, Roland is really kind of known as a research and development company. Their whole process is to look at it as we're making a very skilled device, and they come from the history of Roland is the founder. Besides synthesizers and making musical equipment, he is a co-creator of MIDI. He's on the patent for MIDI. And so there are always these people that are first. Roland is a company that is first to a lot of feature sets, and Roland was the first manufacturer that I saw putting Bluetooth on instruments all the way back in, I want to say it was like 2014,
but this has that
2013.
as well, too.
So you're able to...
a Bluetooth sound system.
So you have a Bluetooth speaker system here, and you also have a Bluetooth MIDI connection, and so that you can use the two apps. There's the Roland Piano app design that you can use, and there's another app as well. So there's two apps that work really well with it, but any instrument app that has MIDI compatibility will work with this, will connect to it, and this will be your controller, and what you're hitting is firing off.
Now, even though I talked a lot about the acoustic sounds, I want to mention that all of the electric pianos and of the, I think it's 36 presets that come with it, are all phenomenal sounds, but only the acoustic pianos have the unlimited polyphony.
The pure acoustic,
the pure acoustic sounds. However, the suitcase pianos, the 1976 piano, the pop piano, the FM piano, they're all wonderful, wonderful sounds, and they respond like you would expect them to respond the way that the acoustic piano responds. And so the keyboard is just really wonderful to play. It's very inspiring, and it makes you want to play loud and soft and hard and fast, all these different ways. It's just a great, great instrument.
And so there's a couple different finish options on this one. I believe there's three. It's a flat black, there's this polished ebony that we have behind us, and then there's a polished white, kind of like a polished snow white with a little hint of ivory in it. It's got a little bit of warmth to it, which is cool. The flat black version of this is going to be $75.99. So comes in, at the time of this video, comes in around $7,600. If you do move up to a polished casing, it jumps up a little, $84.39, I think is the price officially, the matte price. And so online you'll see this for a polished ebony about $84.39.
There's the psychological factor. They play and sound better if they're black because they look like a regular piano that you would expect, like a regular normal upright that you would see, whether it's satin or polished.
Yeah.
And that's just my own personal preference. I say that all the time, but when you sit down at something that is impressive looking and it plays above your expectations and sounds above your expectations, it's an inspiring instrument.
It is. It's a great instrument. If you've owned an LX series before from Roland, please leave comments below if you've had an experience playing one, maybe in a school maybe you took, you were in class and you took it in one of the Roland labs. Please leave your experience below. I know a lot of people are curious to see if Roland's the right choice, if Yamaha, if Kawai. These are all great questions, and there's benefits to each of them. Again, kind of the key takeaways about Roland is the unlimited polyphony on this series. The PHA 100 is a great, fantastic action that a lot of people will say is one of the best ones available on the market. That 8-way speaker system is also incredible, and then just the size of it and it feeling and sounding like an acoustic instrument is a really cool value proposition. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Ted Barcelou. I'm Patrick Marr. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We'll keep making you great content, and we'd love to keep up with you, and leave comments so we can interact with you guys, and we'll see you next time.